Have you ever stopped and just asked yourself, what really drives me? I'm not just talking about what gets you out of bed in the morning, but what's that deep down thing that gives your life a sense of meaning? Well, today, that's exactly what we're diving into, finding your why and how it can literally become the compass for everything you do. Does this sound familiar at all? You wake up, you go through the motions, you put out whatever fires pop up during the day, and then you just do it all over again. It's that feeling, right? That feeling of being a passenger, just along for the ride in your own life, instead of being the one behind the wheel. So, that feeling of just drifting? That's precisely why figuring out your why is so incredibly important. You can think of it as your own personal anchor in what can sometimes feel like a pretty chaotic sea of life. When you get right down to it, it's really about two totally different ways to live. On one side, you've got merely existing. That's when you're just reacting, feeling like you're being pushed around by circumstances, totally adrift. But on the other side, you have living intentionally. That's when you are actively creating your path, feeling grounded, guided. It's the difference between being tossed around by the waves and confidently steering your own ship. Okay, so what is this why we keep talking about, really? Let's get into it and actually define what it means to have an inner compass. See, this is the key. Your why isn't just a goal, like, I want to get a promotion. No, the why is the reason behind the goal. It's, I want that promotion because I want to mentor people and build a team where everyone feels supported. It's that deeper underlying force that actually fuels you. And when you tap into that, wow, the benefits are huge. A strong why can turn a frustrating challenge into a meaningful step on your journey. It's the rocket fuel that keeps you going when your motivation starts to fade. It makes big decisions so much simpler because you just have to ask, does this line up with my purpose? And all of that, it leads to this incredible sense of fulfillment. And please, remember this, because this is so important. Your purpose is for you. It's not about chasing something that looks good on a resume or that's going to get a bunch of likes online. It is all about finding what genuinely, truly makes your heart feel alive. That's it. All right, this all sounds pretty good, right? But how do you actually find it? Let's switch gears and get practical. Let's talk about how you can start uncovering your own purpose. Think of this next part as a map to your own inner world. Let's start right here. Just take a second and think back. When have you felt completely, vibrantly alive? Maybe it was when you were creating something new, or maybe it was helping a friend solve a tough problem. Whatever it was, those peak moments, they're major clues. Now, let's zoom out a little. And listen, this doesn't mean you have to be the next person to change the entire world. Not at all. It could be about the impact you have on your kids, or your local community, or even just in your own office. What kind of positive ripple do you want to send out there? This one gets a little deeper. What lights a fire in you? What is something you believe in so much that you would stand up and fight for it, even if it was hard, even if you felt like you were standing all alone? The answer to that question points right to your core values. And here's the big one. Just for a moment, imagine that fear is completely off the table. Failure, judgment, all of it. Gone. What would you do? What would you dare to try? The answer to that often points directly to your truest passion and your real why. This is such a powerful way to look at your own life. All of your experiences, the highs, the lows, the wins, the struggles, none of it is random. They are all points on a map. And that map, it can lead you straight to your purpose. So, to boil it all down, this whole discovery process really comes down to two things. First, you've got to ask yourself those deep questions we just went over. And second, take a really good look at your life story. So often, our greatest purpose is found right where our pain and our passion meet. So, finding your why, that's a huge, huge step. But the real magic, the part that changes everything, is when you start to actually live it. So let's talk about how you can weave that purpose into the fabric of your day-to-day life. First things first, you have to let go of the pressure to find the one perfect final answer. Your purpose is not some statue carved in stone. It's a living, breathing thing. It's going to grow and shift right along with you. The real goal isn't to find some fixed destination. It's just to stay connected to that inner compass as you move through life. So, how do you make this a real thing? Well, it happens in the small, daily choices. Before you say yes to something new, you ask, does this align with my why?
When you're thinking about who to spend time with, you ask, do these people get it? Do they support it? And your goals, they start to change too. They become these clear expressions of what actually matters to you.
And when you start living like this, the outcome is it's incredibly powerful. Let's talk about the ultimate result of connecting with and living out your why. It all leads to one word: resilience. Look, life is going to throw curveballs at you. That is a guarantee. But when everything you do is rooted in a deep sense of purpose, you always have a reason to get back up. You don't keep going because it's easy. You keep going because it matters. Your why becomes your ultimate source of strength. And that famous quote from the philosopher Nietzsche just sums it all up perfectly. When you have that powerful reason to live, your why, you can handle and get through almost any challenge, anyhow. The why gives you the strength for the how. So I'll leave you with this thought. Your life story, with every single unique twist and turn, it isn't just a random collection of memories. It's a map. And it is absolutely pointing somewhere. The only question left is, where is it leading you? The journey to find out can start right now. Thanks for tuning in.